I'm going to wait for all the people to arrive. Meanwhile, we're listening to Arcade Fire, Pink Elephant. New release. Who wants to watch Tony Hinchcliffe on Bill Maher? Or would you rather me put on makeup and show you my feet? All right. On that note, I don't have rights to this song, so I go to the land of streaming, so I'd like to thank you for watching. If you do happen to stumble onto my channel, I've done stand-up comedy for 15 years, and I love YouTube, but I'm not really good at content creation, but I like to watch a lot of content. And I'm just going to talk about Tony Hinchcliffe on Bill Maher, two opposing sides of comedy world together at last. So without further ado, I'm going to show you Tony Hinchcliffe on.
I'm here. Hello.
Place swept up.
How's it going, my man?
How are you?
Good. So nice to meet you.
Tony.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Look at that set. Look at Bill Maher's little ad.
This gives you time to actually live your life.
Get a boner.
In fact,
This age.
Yeah, I didn't want to say because it sounds like name dropping.
Okay. Who was it?
Abraham Lincoln. I mean, even though he's like the last guy I would have a bigger club.
I mean,
random to like have a good.
I know I've got a nose, but Bill Maher's nose is pretty
Really random.
It's an epic nose on Bill Maher.
Guest here?
I'm here. Hello.
Bill Maher, you're so random.
Oh.
Place swept up.
How's it going?
He has this like interestingly lit rock wall basement.
Oh, my man.
How are you?
Good. So nice.
I wonder how many women have been trapped down there.
To meet you.
Tony.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh.
Look at those Pee Wee Herman chairs.
Bill Maher. A pleasure to meet you.
What does Tony's jacket say?
Insult comic. I can feel the barbs coming. Should I not sit in the
No,
front row?
you're safe.
If I'm in the front row, am I going to get spritzed with the comic barbs? You're not going to ask me where I'm from.
No crowd work on you.
No, come on. Do some crowd work. Ask me where I'm from.
Where are you from?
New Jersey. Come on. There's a slow pitch down the middle of the plate, bro. New Jersey.
That is a shithole. Indeed.
Well, come on. You could do better than a shithole.
Come on, you could do better than that. Come on, you can do better than that. I can't do a Bill Maher impression. He's so condescending and talks down to everybody. What's not to love about Bill Maher? Poor Tony.
Shithole, isn't that what you're
famous
warm up.
for? I like to feel the people and know them a little bit better than just straight up.
Oh, ask me what I do. And then I say nothing, and you say, how do you know when you're done? And then tip your waitress.
That's it.
I just want to say both these men are probably about 4'10".
You came up through the clubs, right?
Yes. I
Still
started
in the clubs?
Yep. Started at the Comedy Store literally 18 years ago yesterday. My mom texts me every year on May 6th and reminds me.
For the record, I started at the Comedy Store in 2001. Bitches.
I forget. She texts me, happy anniversary.
Well, how does she know that? You just...
His mom and him are in a relationship.
Tell her everything?
Well, no, I told her that early on, and she marked the calendar, and she found it to be so interesting, my adventure into comedy and the whole Mitzi Shore thing. Moms are obsessed with finding out about, at least my mom found it so intriguing that there was such a powerful, diabolical, cool-ass woman that existed.
She was all those things?
Yeah.
She was cool?
This is why I'll watch Club Random. because there's a lot that I relate to with Bill Maher. Yeah, he's a boomer and he's a diehard Democrat, and I disagree with 87% of what he believes in. But as a comedian, he's pretty, he's got his moments.
I never knew Mitzi. I mean, I auditioned like I was an improv act out here.
Yeah.
Not that you couldn't do both.
Can you picture Bill Maher doing improv? Yes, and we're at a beach.
But I was just not her type of act. She went for the more like, shall we say, theatrical.
Yeah.
Usually, not all of them. Letterman worked there. He certainly was a dry monologist.
Yeah.
Leno, but I felt like when I was there, and I go there now just for fun every once in a while. I think it's great.
I actually heard you were there on quite the magical night, laying low. You were sitting back,
Yeah.
and it just so happened. I don't even know if you know this story.
I don't.
It just so happened to be the night that the new, brand spanking new, that day, talent coordinator took over, which is a big deal. I think the last time they had a new booker / talent coordinator there was 8 or 10 or something years ago. And actually, it was 5 years ago.
Bill's getting out the weed.
And so it happened. And somehow, coincidentally, on that night, a comedian or
This story Tony's telling is so long.
whoever was supposed to go up wasn't there. And there was a young lady who we all know, Nicole Buchanan, sitting in the back of the room, who wasn't a paid regular. And the new talent coordinator who
These guys and their podcasts, it's like they're talking about finding the cure for cancer, and they just can't stop telling their war stories of comedy. I mean, literally, there are so many people funnier than all of these Comedy Store, Mothership clubs, because they're just clubs, just like other clubs. You gotta suck enough dicks to get to the top of these clubs. You don't think Tony and Joe Rogan have a few times? I'm sorry. I'm not judging. Each his own.
who everybody's loved forever, but she was just a bartender and she worked her way up to being the booker, the trusted tastemaker of the store. Got Nicole Buchanan to go on stage, and you watched, I don't even know if you know this, you watched a young lady that was so funny that everybody knows and loves become a paid regular right in front of you that night.
I certainly remember. I don't remember the name.
I don't believe it. Oh, that's a much better angle.
Names.
Yeah.
But I do remember this highlight of the night was a
Yep.
woman comic.
Yep.
I mean, it often is, by the way, when I go there.
Yeah.
I'm not that the guys aren't funny too, but I don't know. I just think this person was a scream.
Yeah.
And I did not know that story.
Yeah, she's great, and I've known her forever. She came up in the little roast battle world.
Well, it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it is.
And that's funny. It was the talent coordinator. There was no talent coordinator. They basically deputized one of the comedians. It was the plum job, because then you weren't fighting City Hall. Otherwise, you were fighting City. You could either fight City Hall or be City Hall. If you were the MC, also got paid $50. The comics got cab fare. $50 a night. Wow. So yeah, that was it. And then that's the person who made all the decisions. You go on, then you go on after him. It was you could. I don't remember anybody being corrupt about it, but it was certainly someone's personal taste. But then again, of course, it always is.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, is that your
That's
your
so
memory
interesting.
of starting
So
out at
interesting. I'm falling asleep. So I'll say the rest of the show for you since my connection's unstable. Tony sucks Bill Maher's wiener for the next hour and 47 minutes, and agrees with him that chemtrails are balderdash, agrees with him that Trump's election loss was honest and fair in the beginning, or whatever the last one he lost, 2000. And then he also agreed with, chemtrails, Trump's election. He thought, the Hillary Wikipedia, that he thought that was all fake. I'm sorry. Have you read the Pizzagate emails? Anyone who thinks it's fake? Just go have a gander in WikiLeaks if you can. I'm one of the few, I think, who actually read those emails. And when you read the emails, you'll change your tune. I'm Chelsea Iben. You've been great. Peace out.